Good morning, traders. It is Wednesday, June 8th. We're about an hour and a half before the open. Want to get a video out. This is my first video of the month. Got a nice pick. Did not have a highlighted trade previously because I took some time off. Let's take a look and see what I found. BABA. That is your pick of the day. I like it on the long side. Very, very important. I am only day trading. Now, this stock could work for a very, very short-term overnight position. I'll get through that in just a minute, but let's take a look at how I found it and why I like it. So I'm going into a search in Option Stalker called Royal Flush Bull. And as I go down the list, you'll see that BABA has a trade signal, a buy signal more specifically, across all time frames. So that means that it looks good on a 5-minute basis, but also on a daily basis. There's some nice momentum building. In fact, if we went through all of these stocks, you'd see some pretty nice patterns. Now, the one thing that you'll notice as you go through the list is that this list is heavily dominated by Chinese stocks and energy stocks. VLO, XOP, COP, XOM, MPC. These are all refiners and energy stocks. Alibaba, PDD, ZM. Those are all Chinese plays. BILI. So those are two sectors that we're seeing strength in. Very important that we have that tailwind because right now the market is not offering us much in the way of a tailwind, not offering us much in the way of any kind of momentum. We have the FOMC statement coming up next week. We'll get into market analysis in just a few minutes. You can see this downward sloping trend line on BABA that's been preached to the upside. That's nice. However, I'm not as crazy about these downward sloping trend lines that are violated because of time. What do you mean? What do you mean, Pete? Well, if Alibaba had just formed a base, eventually it was going to break that trend line just because it was forming a base, not because it was bouncing higher. But in this case, I do like what I see. You can see this low that we formed back in March, and you can see how subsequent lows have been much higher than this low. And now we have 3 lines of support right here. That tells me that buyers are interested. In fact, they're more aggressive because they never let the stock get down to this previous low. They want in now. And we do have a little breakout. So let's go in and take a look at what's happening on a daily chart, but let's zoom in and really see that price action. There's the low I referenced. There you've got the other 3 lows. There's your downward sloping trend line. You can see horizontal resistance right here around the $100 level, and the stock has been able to rally above it. So let's also go in and take a look at what the stock has done on a 2-hour basis. And let's overlay the SPY. I'm sticking with this micro view because I want you to be able to see how the stock is performing. So look at this heavy sell-off by the market right in here, the SPY being the gray line. And look at the stock. As the market made new lows, the stock was holding these prior lows. That's a sign that institutions are starting to come in and nibble. Normally, when the market is getting hammered like this, you'll see a stock follow suit. Now we get this nice little rally in the S&P 500. Look what's happened during the last couple of weeks. The S&P 500 has been compressing at this level, but the stock has continued to push higher. Those are the tells that you need to be looking for. That's relative strength. This tells us that institutional buyers are in there right now. And so if we do get an adverse market move, let's say the market sells off, this stock is going to weather the storm better than all other stocks because institutions are in there buying. They don't necessarily care that the market is down today or down tomorrow. They want to buy some shares at this price. So we have a lot of support. We have those buyers there. If the market bottom dropped out, we would have a chance to exit this trade and not lose much, if any money at all. Now, if by chance we get a really nice little market liftoff, this stock is going to lead the charge, and that's why I like it. So again, let's go into that view. We'll take a look at it. We'll see how the chart lays out. I want this support level to be preserved. Today we've got the S&P futures down about 10 points. That's actually good because what happens when you have the S&P 500 down, we get to watch what happens to the stock in adverse market conditions. So as the market is selling off on the open today, we want to see this stock treading water. More importantly, we want it to hold that was resistance, now support, and it's coming into play right here at about the halfway point of this long green candle. You can see in the right axis that level is about $102.27. So we'd like to see the stock preserve $102.27 when the market opens today. So why am I focusing on the bullish side anyway? I mean, the market's all over the place. I don't have a real clear-cut sense of market direction here. So I've got to keep my trades very short term. We have the FOMC statement coming up a week from today. They're going to be raising rates 50 basis points, probably another 50 basis point rate hike in July as well. The impact of those interest rate increases is not going to be known until maybe September or October. So we have to be very careful. We have to watch the economic releases, the jobs reports, the ISM numbers, the PMIs. We need to make sure that economic activity is stable. That's what asset managers are going to be watching. They already know that interest rates are going higher. The big question is, what impact will that have on growth? So this is a very nice little support level here. We got a nice bullish hammer. You can see that the market spent some time compressing on this low, and then boom, we get this nice little rally last week, and now we're spending time here again. I did like the price action yesterday, and the market opened lower, and it tested this major support level right at the SPY 40750 level. We want to see that level preserved. So here's what happened yesterday when we went down and tested that level. Right out of the gate, let me do a little bit of analysis as well. You can see here you've got buy, 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 buy. There's a nice little support level here. Once that was taken out, we were going to get some sell stops that were going to be triggered there. We also had buy, 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 buy. Nice little support level right in here. So when that level was violated, we were going to see some sell stops. We also had a nice little support level here around that 40750 level, which we just barely touched. So here's what happened yesterday morning. We gapped down and these sell stops were triggered. As soon as they were triggered, those buyers were flushed out. So you get this long green candle. You still don't know, are we going to continue to go lower? Was this simply to shake out those buyers, to trigger those sell stops, or was there something more to the move? But it didn't take long for us to see that, yes, instantly, as soon as those buyers were shaken out, the market found support. That was very nice. Let's go back into that 5-minute chart, and you can see the steady buying. Once we saw this, it was like, okay, well, this gap down shook out those buyers, triggered those sell stops, so it was just a head fake. I didn't expect to see this level of buying, but this was a very, very bullish sign. Long green candles consecutively with very little overlap. Very nice. This is powerful. This tells me that buyers are engaged. Usually when you get a move of this magnitude, you're not going to get a pullback this dramatic. You're going to maybe get down to about this level in here. You're going to preserve most of these green candles, and then you'll get another leg higher, forming a bullish flag formation. But the market's been very choppy, so it did come in a little bit more than expected. Downward sloping trend line. Now you start stacking green candles again. challenge this high. On that breakout, that was also very nice. Nothing happens without a bid check, so looks like we're going higher, and then the market comes in, it tests the breakout, and then we get a final push higher. This is a very nice recovery, though, from a very nasty early open to rally the entire day and close on the high. So the S&P is down about 10 points today, so we're going to open somewhere around that 417.70 level right in here. So these gains will be given back, but looks pretty good. I think the market is starting to form a little bit of a base in here, was able to lift off. It was able to preserve these gains. So we didn't just rally up and then smack a right back down. This bid seems to be fairly strong in here. So that's why on Wednesday, June 8th, I am mildly bullish going into the day. We have a little bit of a market pullback. We're going to be able to watch how Alibaba opens. We'd like to see Alibaba preserve that support level right here. Was resistance, now support. And as long as that 102.27 level can be held, or the stock is actually inching higher and inching higher with the market coming in, I think it's going to continue to grind higher. And that's why BABA is my pick of the day. You can also see some other stocks here on the left that also look good. Another one of my favorite searches is Pop Bull. Guess what? Alibaba is also on that list, so I feel really good about this pick. When I do my next video, I'm very confident that Alibaba is going to be trading higher than where it opens today, Wednesday. Good luck with your trading. I'll try and get more videos out. We'll see you soon.
Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.